presents at the top.
Okay, all you guys.
Okay, so we're going to talk about inverse functions and how you graph them and what everything means. So what is an inverse function? So basically an inverse function is a function that reverses or undoes the original function. So an example of that would be if you had x squared, you would take the square root of that to undo it. So how do you find the inverse? So basically you just switch x and y and then solve for y. So f of x, you just change to y. It means the same thing. And so this is just an example. So you can just take f of x equals 2x plus 3. So y equals 2x plus 3. And then you take where the y was and where the x was and just flip-flop them. And then you're solving for y, so you want to move the 3 over with the x. And divide by 2. And then that is your inverse.
So a way to tell if you have the inverse or to find the inverse is it says f to the negative first power of x, but that does not equal f of x to the negative first power, because that means to flip the equation or flip the graph, and the other one means to, and the inverse means to undo the equation. So an inverse function is, as we said, an undone version of the original. So say you have the original 6x minus 4. Whenever you do all the work to get the inverse, you get x plus 4 all over 6. So let's find that. So f of x equals 6x plus 4. So as we said earlier, f of x turns into y, and then you switch them. And then solve for y. So you would say subtract 4 from each side, and then divide by 6. So you'd get y equals x minus 4 all over 6. Another example of this is you can do f of x equals 5x plus 10, and you would just do the same steps. So change this to y, switch the x and y, and then solve it. So that's subtract 10, and then divide by 5. So your y equals x minus 10 all over 5.
So how you graph an inverse, so basically you're going to have your original equation, and you just have to find the inverse of that and graph it. So it's basically going to be a reflection over the y equals x line, which basically goes diagonally through the origin. Sorry. So an example of this, so this green line right here is the y equals x. So it goes right through the origin, and this is the red line is that equation. So we're going to find the inverse of it. So again, just make this. switch them, and subtract. And so then you have your equation, and you can just do a little sketch of it. So basically you have your y equals x.
If you want to, you can draw on the main board if you want.
Okay. So your y-intercept and it's just gonna go right about like through those, and that's the flip-flop version.
Real quick, over here, did you multiply both sides by -2?
Yes.
Perfect, great. So -2 times x is,
Oh shoot. So that would be like, okay, so that would be the origin. Okay, so it would go like this instead. So
making it cross right on that green
Yeah.
line, right?
So they're just gonna flip-flop over this green line. Okay, so then we have another example of that. Okay, so f of x equals 3x plus 3. Switch them again. Okay, so -1 is our y-intercept. Then you go up 1 over 3. So it's just gonna, again, flip-flop over the green line. And that is how you graph them.
And that's just how you solve and graph an inverse function.
Awesome. All right, thanks, guys.